It's not doing us any favor. In fact, it's like an insult to everything that we've been through up until this point. If we don't look back and realize that we've survived every single thing up until this point, so surely we will survive everything else from here on out, right? Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to you, dear listener, dear watcher, dear individual. There are many times when I would think that, I have to make all of these episodes perfect. I have to give it my all. I have to, kind of like embody what I really want from the Midnight Radio. But sometimes I have to accept that I don't want to be hypocritical also, I don't want to not walk my talk. So recently, the past few episodes have been about not being guilty when you want to take it slow, when you want to take a rest and just be chill about, things in life. But over this past week, especially when making this episode, I was like, oh, I haven't done the episode yet. I'm tired, or things are a bit hectic in life right now. And I haven't done episode 5, and oh my goodness, I have to do this, I have to do that. But then I remember my own show, I remember my own episode from last week, and then I'm like, you know what? For episode 5, or probably for every fifth interval of 5 episodes. Say we start with episode 5 and then we go with like episode 10 and 15 and so on. I'll just make it like a casual notes from Makeeya type of episode. Like, yeah. So anyway, I'm your phantom broadcaster Makeeya, and we're broadcasting from somewhere between the living and the dead. You're tuned in to the Midnight Radio. For tonight's episode, I guess I'll just be like one with everyone, I just wanna be one of you guys and tell you that I'm no different. That I'm also pretty much human, I'm pretty much human in that regard, in terms of also getting exhausted, also getting overwhelmed by so many things. Yeah. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I made the Midnight Radio. I wanted to haunt the radio airwaves. I wanted to haunt the Midnight Radio airwaves to be a company, to accompany you guys, to just be with those who are awake late at night, tossing and turning in their sleep, wondering about life, wondering about what the future holds, Sometimes it's so easy to say that like tomorrow's problems be tomorrow's problems, right? Like, that's pretty easy to think of, to say. Or let go of your past beliefs because they're hindering you, or it might not serve you anymore. And it's hard. It's hard to just drop things and not worry, Admittedly, that's quite hypocritical for me to say, because past episodes were all about like, it's fine. Just take a rest, take a break. Let the world, let the world be. Let the world spin for a bit. And just watch the world spin, right? Like, I've been telling you guys that I've been centering a lot of the Midnight Radio episodes on not feeling guilty about what you feel and what you really want. But then again, here I am, here I am now telling you guys that that's also pretty tough. And I guess that's the irony of it all, in a sense that I just want to be transparent with everyone as well. That I just don't want to I don't want to not walk my talk, I don't want to be here to be, all motivation-y, all inspirational, all just giving you guys positive vibes when I probably can't embody I probably can't embody my own words. So, yeah, I just want to take this moment to spend the fifth episode, which is first of all, honestly, something that I did not anticipate, which is funny, because it's just a fifth episode. And you might think that, what do you mean, Makeeya? What do you mean that you did not anticipate reaching the fifth episode? Well, honestly, like, I just did not expect people to find solace in my content or in my words or in the episodes overall. Because it's just a thing that I wanted to do. I kind of want to use this channel, the Midnight Radio, to probably talk to myself also, probably tell me, probably put it out there, the words that I also need to hear for myself. And I was thinking, like, if I needed to hear those words, if I needed to be reminded of those things, and many, many, many other living souls out there would need it, right? Right. And maybe right now I need it. And I'm genuinely very thankful for everyone. Like, recently, we reached 900 followers on TikTok, which is insane. Which is absolutely insane. I did not expect that. Like, when I made my TikTok account, I was like, oh, I just wanted to make a TikTok account just so I can take the Makeeya VT handle and basically just have more socials for myself. But I don't, wait, can you guys hear the dogs? Yeah, anyway, the dogs are back. I can hear them. Um, we just let the dogs yap first. Yeah, but yeah, I did not expect that, whether it's here on the Midnight Radio or those silly little videos that I've been posting, that people find some sort of entertainment. Whether they're entertained with the short form goofiness or finding solace in the words that they probably needed to hear through the Midnight Radio, then yeah, that's enough for me, That's enough for me that you guys think that it's cool, you guys think that it's entertaining, you guys find some sort of solace in these words. So I just kind of want to take my time, I want to take my time now to just be myself. And, like, I know this could have been a live stream. Probably this kind of yap session, a live stream would have benefited from this live session. But I also just want to make the Midnight Radio my own safe space. And in that way, hopefully inspire you guys, I guess. Or let you guys know that I am also the same as you guys. I'm also the same as everyone. And when I say my words, or when I give advice or like feedback or just simple messages, then you're genuinely coming from a place that's real, I may not be alive anymore. I may be this phantom broadcaster. I may be this thing from neither here nor there, but a lot of the emotions that I'm anchoring on with these episodes or with my messages come from a very, very real place. They do. So, I guess for now, honestly, I might be using this as an excuse. I might be using the whole, oh yeah, I want to be real with everyone, or I want to show you guys that I'm also the same. I probably would just be using that an excuse, but an excuse that hopefully might benefit you guys as well, because I genuinely haven't really worked on a proper episode 5. Yeah, that's the truth. And I want to be truthful with everyone. Life has been crazy this week. There were so many things that were happening all at once, and I find myself just wanting to take a break from things. Yeah. And I thought that if I would be working on episode 5, then that's a bit of a break, right? But I couldn't do episode 5 stemming from a place of sincerity the same way that I did with the past episode. So I was like, I didn't want to give out a content that's like half-hearted. Yeah. Or something that isn't really meant. So what I'm doing now is I just hit record. Yeah. I just hit record and just yap on. Just yap on and just be here. Just be here, you know? And I don't know who needs to hear this, but if somehow these natural yaps would mean anything to you guys, or would somehow make your nights or days feel a little less lonely, or somehow would make you feel like you're just having quick coffee or a quick bonding time with your friend, and then that means a lot to me. That's enough for me. Yeah, that's enough for me. And maybe that's a partial secondary goal, I guess, with this content also. So, yeah. I just want the midnight radio to be real. At the end of the day, it's my show. And I can do whatever I want with it. And I can wing it in the best way that I can, whether they're structured just like the past episodes or just something like this. Just something like this. Then I hope somehow, if your only key takeaway is that, oh, that silly phantom broadcaster is just like me, then that's enough for me. That's enough for me that you think that I'm no different from everyone. Yeah. In that sense, I'm very much human, just like you. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm checking the recording timer right now. We're reaching 10 minutes just with this yap alone, just with this stretch of audio alone, a record alone. So that's insane. I didn't really think that just letting it run would reach up until this point. So yeah, I probably should have just live streamed tonight. But I also just want to have this. What is that noise? Yeah, this is starting to look like a live stream, but what is going on outside? I think a truck is passing by out of nowhere, which is crazy. Because why? We are in the middle of nowhere. This radio show is broadcasting from somewhere between the living and the dead. Yeah. But why are the cars reaching this place anyway? Yeah. So this episode is all about just me being truthful. Yeah. If there's anything, that's it. Yeah. It's just me being truthful. I just want to be your friend right now. I just want to be like, let's just chat. Let's just have this quick yap session and call it a day. Call it Midnight Radio's episode 5. Right? And I hope that in one way or another, this somehow also serves its purpose for you, in a sense. Yeah. And before we wrap up episode 5, I just wanna leave you with one simple message. Give yourself a pat on the back, a tap on the shoulder. Just tell yourself, I did great, Congratulate yourself for surviving another week, right? Or just surviving in general, surviving today, surviving the past few hours, and you're still here. You're still here. Whether we faced hardships, challenges, whether we've grown tired and weary, somehow we're still here. I'm still here. You're still here. And at this very moment, that's all that matters. And that's valid. You're valid. Whatever you're feeling now, whether that's exhaustion, drain, or just plain nothingness, whether you're not exactly happy but you're not sad also, you're just there, just there and existing, that's fine. And that's all that matters sometimes, that you're still here. You faced every single thing head on up until this point. So you'll definitely face everything else from here on out. And if we fall and stumble, if somehow the path becomes too challenging, too high, it feels like too high, it's a hurdle too high to get over, then it's okay. Take a bit of a break. Take a look at what take a look at what the road is ahead and see how you can best maneuver it. Because sometimes we never really know what the journey has in store for us, and sometimes all we can do is move forward, right? All we can do is to just keep our heads high and keep on keeping on, right? So just take that step. Take that step, keep on walking, keep on moving forward. And the next thing you know is that you've actually gone far. The end goal or the destination might look like it's still way too far from now. It doesn't seem like it's anywhere near in sight, but when you look back, you'll also see that you've gone so far already. You've moved ahead so far already, and sometimes it's easy to forget to lose sight of that. Sometimes it's easy to forget to forget how far we've actually come. Yeah. And it's not doing us any favor. In fact, it's like an insult to everything that we've been through up until this point. If we don't look back and realize that we've survived every single thing up until this point, so surely we will survive everything else from here on out, right? Yeah. At least that's what I want to think. At least that's what I think. It's somehow a testament of my own reality because, at the end of the day, I was also meant to be silenced. I was also meant to not see this world anymore, right? We were buried, but some things were never meant to rest, right? That's why I'm your phantom broadcaster, Makeeya, the ghost that refuses to rest. In a sense, because there's still so much more to do, so much more to see, so much more to experience. So we're back. We're back here. And I want to keep on believing that every step forward is a step towards something great. So up until we find the next great thing or we find our next best destination, I hope until then you will sleep well, dream deep, and don't let the shadows get lonely.